Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, Serial Entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. I'm so glad that you have joined us. Today is Friday, March 10th, 2023. If you're new, launch that camera app for me on your phone, point over the QR code like so, touch the yellow ellipse, and you'll be greeted by my link tree with lots of great information to improve the quality of your life. Thank you so much for being here. Also, want to thank you if you're coming back, supporting me, friends, colleagues, associates. Really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I also want to thank you if you're coming back and rewatching us, whether that's 1 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 a.m., 7 p.m., 7 a.m., 12 midnight, 12 noon, 6 a.m., 6 p.m., or whatever time you're watching us. Really do appreciate you taking that time to watch this great content and make it part of your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the master topic. You guys know I was traveling, so that made it a little challenging recording because the hotel didn't have great Wi-Fi. So we were a little dismayed there, and we had to actually do that early this morning, but we did get it out there. And so tonight's episode is How to Attract in Life, Series 2, which means we're in year 2, Show 10, episode number 7. And we do this. We start on Saturday with day 1, and we roll it through the week, and we finish up on Friday with a day 7. So how to attract in life. So I want to talk about some things we mentioned this week, but I first would like to tell you, I was at my alma mater, University of Hartford, and I was actually there for a VIP dinner Thursday night, and they invited everyone who was part of student government, and I was actually one of the past presidents, so I was obviously invited. There were 100 people. They sold out. It was amazing. And then what I did, ladies and gentlemen, was the first, let's say I left here, got there, I don't know, closer to around 1:30. Then I walked around campus from about 1:30 for about 4.5 hours. And then I walked into dinner about 6:10, 6:15. It was a few minutes late for that. And then I went home, went to the hotel to come back to the hotel. I got back about 9. Tried to do the recording, as you know, but it was a little challenging because the Wi-Fi kept kicking out. There was not enough for a stream. So we did that later in the morning, went to bed, got up in the morning, had breakfast, checked out, went back to the university, and decided this time to tour the academic side. Actually, sorry, I did the academic the first side, to do the residential side. I did the academic side on Thursday. I did the residential side today. So I was in our, let's say, our sports complex, and I went right to the place where we have our basketball court, Hartford Hawks, so the Hawks basketball. And when I went into that room, something interesting happened. I walked in. I figured it was going to be like, just a little light. I walked in. I didn't even, the door was open. I literally took one step, and within a fraction of a second, all the lights came on like instantaneously. So obviously they upgraded the lights and they added a motion sensor so they would come on immediately. But I want to say something to you that, when we're in darkness, okay, and then suddenly there can be light, we have that potential to create miracles like that in our life by attracting. And when those lights came on, it was like this, let's say, flashback of positive memories from the University of Hartford. I mean, going to games with my friends and going to the dining hall and just being back where I lived at different places on campus. It was really pretty amazing. And getting to see all the changes. And so, what I want to share with you, and this is really synonymous with manifesting, change is inevitable when you have the passion to grow your spirit. Change is inevitable when you have the passion to grow your spirit. So we know what passion is, right? So when you have that passion, that's that seed that kind of like, really blossoms. And when you have the passion to grow your spirit, you will make changes. So change is inevitable when you have the passion to grow your spirit. So you have that great spirit from passion, change is going to happen. And it's going to be positive change. So that's the really great thing. So we've been talking all this week about how to manifest, right? And he said to me, John, I still don't get it. I've been trying to manifest for years. How to manifest or how to attract is what I want to say. And so you see, you can do things like prayer, meditation, visualization. They're all good. you have to understand what you want. You have to remove any limiting beliefs. You have to make sure you get your ask out into the world. Okay. So I kind of shortened this down. You can do positive affirmations, acknowledge and appreciate small wins. And we talked about that, right? But you need to ask. ABR is my shortened formula. Ask, believe, and receive. ABR, right? And so I have to tell you that when you really believe, things come into your pathway that will really surprise you in a good way. And I say this to you because if you don't ever ask, and if you don't believe, you never will receive. Now, I always say believe and achieve, right? Because you have to believe before you can achieve anything. All right. Achieving can be something that you get, it can be something you're receiving, it could be that, but you have to believe first. And so when I was at the university for these 2 days, and my feet are just about becoming untired now because I had over 10 hours of straight walking. And it's funny, the campus is big, but it's like you're walking to this building, walking that building. Oh, I'll just walk here, I'll just walk there. And before you know it, you're walking like a couple miles. And that might sound a little bit crazy to you, but it really isn't crazy. It's not crazy because it's like the mind kept like, oh, only need a few more steps, only need this, only need a few more of this, a few more of that. And the mind kept tricking my body and saying, oh, gee, it's not that far. It's not that far. But hey, it was really far. And I walked around the whole campus and it was just amazing. But when I went to the gym and those lights just came on, it actually gave me a sign. It gave me a sign that from dark, there can be light. Now, of course, if you turn on the light in the dark, it'll become light. But the fact that it was so pitch dark in that gym, okay, and I could see it as I was just about to open the door, I could see it. And just as I opened the door, and I literally just, as soon as I stepped inside, bam, the lights came on. And I have to say that that moment that the lights came on, it made me think back that anything in our life is just a moment away. A moment, a second, a fraction. Now, we don't always know how things are going to happen, right? We ask the universe, we believe, okay, and then we do receive. We have to be ready to receive. A lot of people ask, a lot of people believe, but then they don't get ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. It's coming to me. I'm ready. Everything in the world is energy, okay? And when you have this spirit, when you have this belief in it's coming, you have a positive attitude, but other people around you just want to be around you. And it was interesting because I was at school, right? And I didn't know really anybody. And I was having conversations with students, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors. I went into SGA and was BSing with them for over a half hour to an hour. And I think I spent over 2 hours just in one building. And it was just so amazing that I was able to make these connections. I didn't know anybody, but my desire, my intention was to connect with students. And I have to say that it really emphasized how grateful I am today to have graduated from the University of Hartford. It was such an amazing thing to be there. It was just me after the dinner, but, you know, going around and just seeing concept become reality in so many things from engineering to uh, architecture. And what I started to realize as I walked around campus, excuse me, is that things were just becoming part of the culture, part of the grounds, part of the university. I mean, there was a road that was there. 15 years ago, they supposedly took the road out, and now they put a brand new building there. They call it the Hershey Building. And I was just really blown away by how much everything changed. They even changed the place where you eat. You don't pay for what you eat. You basically pay once for the year or so many blocks, and every time you swipe, you can eat all you want. That was pretty cool. Change. Buildings changed. Okay. Departments changed. Higher level departments got added. Like one was called the university's Department of, I think it was Diversity and Inclusion or something like that. And they're now responsible for SGA, Student Government Association, a few other things. And I have to say to you that this whole dichotomy of the university was refreshing. One thing, though, was very clear to me. The university kept its mission on keeping the classes small. They kept their mission on that. And the people became even more ingratiated with the university, more welcoming. I mean, when I was there, I was always nice to people, but I have to tell you that, let's say I was 1 out of 10 people, everyone wasn't friendly or saying hello to you. I always did, but other people didn't. And when I was on campus and I was just literally, saying hello to people, they were so friendly. But then when I mentioned I was an alumni, it was like, wow. And then I walked around and I saw some of the classrooms and I was like, the classrooms are different. The classrooms seemed like I was going to an executive retreat or, let's say, a conference, because they were done with these plush chairs, plush carpeting. They were done with tables, but there were no more desks, multimedia everywhere. So, how do you attract something in your life? Well, we talked about some other methods, right? We talked about the writing method. Remember that? The writing 55 by 5. So the 55 by 5 manifestation technique is where you write out 55 times and you do it for 5 days. Okay? And the thing that's very interesting to me is that, the world gets busy, doesn't it? The world gets busy. And so we get a little lost, right? We get a little lost. There's also the 22 by 2 manifestation technique. This is a really cool one. So it doesn't take 5 days. Helps you manifest your desire by writing an affirmation 22 times for 2 days. Okay? When you believe in your affirmation with absolute certainty, the universe will respond to your new belief and give outcomes that are in alignment with it. Now, you might understand that the 22 by 2 manifestation technique is kind of unique, but what I like about it is it's faster than the 55 by 5. The 55 by 5 takes time. The thing about any manifestation technique is that you have to really immerse yourself. We said before that the way people learn a language is immersion. That's how you learned English or whatever language that you speak. Hopefully, you're learning because you're hearing English here. When we make immersion part of our educational experience, it's like we just pick it up with very little effort, if any. I've also mentioned to you that you make things fun, you make things ridiculous, and you remember them. So let's say you want to attract something in your life. Keep focusing on what it is you want. But then it's very important that you detach from it. Now, what that means is after you've done your affirmations, like I've done one for the week and I'm going to let it go after Friday, and I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to trust that the universe is going to bring it to me. You can do different affirmations that might be similar, but you want to let those go for a little while. And your brain has a way of making this become reality. And so the way that works is a couple things. First of all, when your mind's belief changes, the outside world reconstructs to facilitate what your belief is. I mean, that's pretty much a fact. A lot of people, though, think that if they just do something once, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. It's going to be manifested. No, it's not going to work like that. I'm so sorry. Um, I also do one called the 369 manifestation technique. That's really cool. You write affirmation 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. Okay. I will tell you that most people don't manifest because they give up before the fire's even going. What if you could conquer every single goal that you had, and the biggest change you had to make in your life was simply your own mindset? That's what manifestation is. The world might seem a little bit drab, okay? But you create your reality from what you think and believe. So when we focus on things, people do things like create a vision board. I mean, that's good. You can do that. The techniques, gratitude journal, the 2 cup method. Um, we'll talk about that in another show. But the 55 by 5 technique, okay, meditation, manifestation techniques, positive affirmations. But you have to believe in what it is that you are trying to manifest. And you want to write down your goals in the state that they've already happened, right? And my favorite one is I am so happy and grateful that I have this loving relationship. I'm so happy and grateful that I have abundance to pay all my bills and for anything else that I desire. So being happy and grateful raises up the dopamine levels, right? And so when you keep doing this, it has to work. It's like if you have a challenge in gym, maybe one of the challenges, they have this in the military training, you have to get over the wall. And we remember from the movie Officer and Gentleman that this one lady officer, her name was Sigard. He always you got to get over that wall. And I remember, at least in Officer and Gentleman, there was this guy who saw Sigard not getting over the wall. And instead of him going ahead, he actually helped her get over that wall. And I think sometimes we need help. Other people might see that glass as impossible to fill, but we know there's more than one way to fill a glass, right? And if we believe this and we keep thinking this, more opportunities are going to unfold that are going to get us thinking on that direction. You see, the reason we don't manifest is because we're so busy complaining about what we don't have. We have to be grateful for the things we have. We talked about this before. You can use the alphabet. I'm so happy and grateful that let's take the letter A. We have the alphabet. I'm so happy and grateful that we have birds that chirp every day. I'm so happy and grateful that we have um makes it really simple. Could be courtyards, could be cans. I'm so happy and grateful that we have courtyards to walk. I'm so happy and grateful that we have, I don't know, let's say there's a spice, dill. I'm so happy and grateful that we have dill to put in our food. I'm so happy and grateful that I have energy to live my life. I'm so happy and grateful that I have friends that support my vision. I'm so happy and grateful that I have food. I'm so happy and grateful that I have gratitude to be able to be thankful for things, to even be thankful for things, then more things will come in my life. I'm so happy, H, that I have a high level of intelligence. I'm so happy and grateful that I have insight into the future. I'm so happy and grateful that I have the ability to joke and then be serious. I'm so happy and grateful that I have a kite to fly. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm loved. I'm so happy and grateful that I have money in my life. I'm so happy and grateful that I have nets to go fishing with. I'm so happy and grateful that I have, um, let's say, O is a little tough. So, that I have opportunities in my life. I'm so happy and grateful that I have paint to change colors of things. I'm so happy and grateful that there's a part of the world called Quebec. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to run. I'm so happy and grateful that I can stop at any time doing something I don't want or feel like doing. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to teach others to become better versions of themselves. I'm so happy and grateful that use a tricky one. That there's ultrasound techniques to help people. I'm so happy and grateful that there are so many victories I can celebrate in my life. I'm so happy and grateful that wins motivate me to become even better of my version of myself. I'm so happy and grateful that we have x-rays to help those that need it. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to say yes when I want to. I'm so happy and grateful that there are Z is a tough one, right? What words start with Z? That's a tough one. There's zebras, but what's something else? Um, I'm so happy and grateful that I always have a zest for life. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley. It has been a fantastic, amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. I hope you'll like, love, support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone that you know on social media. And be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space Morley Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase. Help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert. We'll be so great with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities, even the most jaw-dropping, empowered content to give you the insights to change your life if you really want to. I'll see you guys tomorrow, everyone, with a brand new master topic. Have a wonderful evening and take care, everyone. Be well.